Hi Aries, I'm Brenda and I'm here again today to bring you your month of June Angel, Tarot, and Oracle reading for 2018. I want to thank you for your interest in my channel and for viewing, liking, and sharing these videos. As you know, this is strictly a general reading. But if you'd like clarity, accuracy, and answers to any questions, I invite and welcome you to go up there and press that button, and it will take you to my website, where you can see the services that I offer and how to schedule either a private reading with me or a Reiki session. So for the first week of June, the beginning of that week, you have been given a fire card, the 10 of Fire. And fire cards have to do with setting our creative juices in motion. And it's about self-development and taking ourselves places we normally wouldn't go and taking risks we normally wouldn't take. This is telling me, though, Aries, that there's an awful lot going on right now, the beginning part of June for you and that beginning part of the week. And there's so much going on and so much coming in and so much work. They refer to it as too much work. So this is a cautionary card. To advise you to ask for help, okay? Don't be too proud. You can only do so much, and it will reflect on the quality of work that you put out, or you'll come to resent the work that you have to do because it's cutting into your time and it's wearing you down. So please accept the help from others around you. Know that there are people around you that you can allocate some of this work to help you, okay? Because what happens is when you overdo it, Aries, you become unbalanced. You end up with life out of balance. And you need to be able to enjoy all aspects of your life. And that is, you know, your own personal recreational life and personal life and your work life. So what happens is emotional stress can lead to physical stress and ailments. So please, 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 in the beginning of June, I want you to reach out and ask people for help. I do see that some of you are in the process of moving. I do see that you are trying to disperse property and you know, decide, what am I taking? What am I getting rid of? And, you know, it's getting confusing to you and overwhelming. So please ask someone who's close to you, whether it's your, you know, your mother, your best friend, whoever, to help guide you through this. I did the same thing many times when I've moved, and I've had my best friend standing on a ladder putting my dishes in the cupboard, and she unwrapped something and she says, when was the last time you actually used this bowl? And if I had to stand there and wait for a few minutes to give her an answer, she wrapped it up. She said, that's my answer. You don't need it if you haven't used it or if you have to think about it. For others, I see it's at work. I see that it's crunch time for some of you. And it may be year end, depending on where you are at your place of employment or where you are in your business. I do see that things are starting to stack up on your desk and the work's coming in faster than you can actually handle it. So please, again, allocate some of that work to others and don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed where you get stressed out and then it can lead to physical ailments, okay? Also, if people are doing heavy lifting jobs that require physical work, you can only do so much of that too. Even being a massage therapist, you can only do so many of those in a day where it's going to start to wear down on your own body, your own muscles. In the middle of the first week of June, Aries, you've been given an air card. And this is the Knight of Air. And air cards have to do with making fair and just decisions and choices that are determined around other people. Okay, their opinions and their input and the information you receive from them. Often these people can bring in drama and chaos and challenges into our lives where we have to sit back and you say, okay, fine, I have to make this decision right now and choice and see how everybody else is, you know, looking at this situation. But it can also have to do with courts and lawyers and attorneys and things like that, legal issues in the courtroom. So some of you may be dealing with, you know, matrimonial, some may be doing the disbursements of property, signing of contracts over, and others it could have to do with business. But perhaps some of you have been subpoenaed to go to court to witness for something, or you're having to stand up and defend your own truth. So this is telling me that, again, just like the 10 of Fire, there's events that are occurring very fast right now. They're coming in very quick. So you may have been waiting for information to come into you, and now the wait's over, okay? Or there's going to be an event that's about to happen that you've been waiting and waiting for, and now it's coming in, but everything else is coming in fast around it. Now, you will have to take time to carefully review your options, because I see options coming in here on the table as well. They're showing me with this event that's coming in. So you're going to have options, but they're going to have consequences. So you're going to have to sit and decide, which one am I going to choose? And you need to do that carefully, okay? Review everything carefully before you jump in with this event or this situation in your life right now. I do see your creativity is going to come forward, which is going to help you with this. This will be the solution to this event, solving it and being able to handle it, okay, this event coming in. So take time to carefully review your options, though. Now, at the end of the first week, you've been given an oracle card, and the oracle card is from the Ascended Masters deck, and I've used these before. You are quite familiar with them, my subscribers. And this is take charge of the situation. And actually, that's pretty good for that first week, because there's a lot going on with the Knight of Air and with the Ten of Fire, and events coming in very quickly. So what it's telling me is that you have the ability to take the leadership role and control your life right now. Control what's going on and the amount of work and the amount of things that are piling up. You do have the ability. But now you're going to be smart enough to say, okay, you and you and you, or you, can please do this for me to help me out. And people are there. They show me that they're there to help you. So you're going to be able to take charge of this situation the first week of June and help it to succeed on the path that week. Your second week, my friend, you've been given an Earth card. And this is the Knight of Earth for the second week of June. And Earth cards have to do with the material part of our lives. And often that does involve our jobs, careers, and professions. But it can have to do with our closest circle, which would be our immediate families, and that sort of thing. It does tell me again, boy, you Aries are going to be so busy the first couple weeks in June, because this is showing me that you need to buckle down and get things done. So there's lots of stuff coming in, and what it's saying is don't procrastinate about it anymore. Don't shelve it. Don't say, well, yeah, I'll get to it. No, this is about you buckling down and honoring your previous commitments and getting it over with. You'll feel so much better when you do. But that first week, it says you can take charge of that situation and find the best way to handle all of this that's coming in. You need to honor those previous commitments that you've made. So that's who you are. You know, stand up and be the person that you are, that the integrity that you have, and your ability to put out that workforce. And you're able to do that. But this is that great card that shows me your guardian angel with their hand on your back. And they're saying, we can get her done, because they're there to help and guide you. So acknowledge them there, my friend, okay, that your guides and divine angels are there to help you, because this is the card that definitely says they're there around you and they're going to guide you. Just acknowledge them there. And if you want, ask them for their help to show you how to do this. Now you've been given the Three of Earth for the middle part of the second week of June, Aries. And this is telling me again, you have this ability to be creative, okay? You've got the power of creativity. So you're going to be able to, put your thinking cap on and figure out the best way to get all of this work done, all of these things coming into you that are coming in. You're also going to be recognized by others around you for the high quality work that you do put out, in the form of perhaps some of you are going to be, it could be as simple as a pat in the back, but I see others that perhaps are going to be getting some sort of abundance coming into them for the work, high quality work, Aries, that you've been doing. They also show me, Aries, that you are liked by so many around you at your place of employment because you're a team player. You know how to play fair. You know how to pick your battles, and you don't shirk or shrug from responsibility. So again, I want to caution you to not overload yourself because of that. But I do see that you have the power of creativity, and you're going to be getting recognized by those around you for everything that you have been doing. Okay. Now, another card from the Ascended Masters, an oracle card. It's, again, a great card to tie up the second week of June. And this is knowing how to balance career and home life. So again, it's about you, yes, honoring your commitments and getting this work done, but knowing that you do have to allocate time for your home life, okay, in your own personal life, and not devoting 150% to your place of employment and all these other activities going on around you. Now, some of you, it may be a group you're involved in. Some of you, it may be a course you're taking. Others, I see, it's a passion that you're involved in, and others, it is your place of work. So please know that you're going to have to step back a bit and say, okay, so I'm going to work these hours, and then I've got this time at home or for my personal life. So balance your career and your home life, because that's where you're going to enjoy both parts of your life, is when you're not overdoing and giving 150% to one and not the other. Your third week of June, we start off with a water card, Aries, and this is the Two of Water. And water cards are relationship cards. And sometimes they're romantic and intimate, and other times they're not. But this is telling me there is a relationship that some of you are in, and it's growing closer. And the reason it's growing closer is because it shows me there may have been words spoken that were hurtful. They just threw the word up, accusations. Trust is another word my guys are throwing out there. And they also said to keep your faith. So this is about forgiveness. And the relationship now, which has maybe had its little bumpy moments, but you know it's the perfect relationship for you to be in, both parties involved. It will be the solution to the conflict, will be that forgiveness. So some of you I see will be initiating an apology, giving one out, and others I see you will be accepting graciously an apology. So I do see things, they showed me, they just iced a cake smoothly. My guides have amazing ways of showing me their graphics and pictures in my mind's eye. That things will smooth out over this issue. I do see also the cake they showed me is a round cake. It means you two of you have been going around and around in a circle and not really meeting together, and things weren't changing. So things are going to improve now, because the final thing was the stroke of smoothing over that icing. In the middle of your week, you have been given the Knight of Fire. And again, this is, you know, about self-development and setting your creative juices in motion and doing things differently. This is all about a sudden event that's coming in again. And just like the first 2 weeks in June, Aries, it showed so much happening at once in the beginning of the month. And now we're into the third week, and still things are flowing, overflowing, and coming in. So it's about a sudden event that's coming in, and it's going to need your immediate attention. Apparently, you can't wait around. You need to review all your options again, and you need to go over everything, you know, carefully. But it's something you can't shelve, okay, because you need to jump on it. Now, for some of you, I see you've been offered something. It could be a position. It could be you put out a resume for a job, or an opportunity to excel and climb the ladder at your place of work. And there's others that are waiting in line for this. So don't allow them to rain on your parade or ride on your coattails, okay, so to speak. So time is of the essence. Think through things through carefully, because this sudden event coming into you will need your immediate attention. For others, I see it may have to do with a contract or a document that comes in that you have to sign and read over carefully, and you can't wait around. For others, I see it may have been like a separation agreement or a business proposition. So please know you need to read over everything carefully, but you need to act on it now. Don't wait any longer. At the end of your third week, you have been given healing and health. So hopefully you've been listening to the guidance and allocating some of these jobs so that you're not running yourself down into the ground, and you're not feeling the ill effects of overload and overly stressed and exhausted and depleted. So this is all about you tapping into your health and healing. Some of you, it may just be becoming more conscious about your own health issues and realizing that maybe there's things you need to tweak in your diet, in your exercise, in your sleep regime so that you feel better. Others, I see it's a spiritual journey for you, an emotional journey where you want to look into something that's more spiritual, that's going to bring you more benefits such as meditation, things like that. I do see some of you do have the ability to do healing work yourself. And this may be something that you may consider incorporating into your personal life, where you can use that in conjunction. And when you get into the healing aspect and the spiritual aspect, like what I do with Reiki and with working with my angels, it overflows into your own personal life, and you feel better, and you feel healthier, and you feel younger, and you feel happier and more at peace. So think about your health, my friend, and about possibly getting into some sort of natural modality, which is going to benefit you, never mind others, but it will definitely benefit you. Your final week in June, you've been given balance. How ironic you got a major card like that. So the end of the month, this is all about you knowing that you need to balance. And you're learning those lessons throughout this month of being so busy, okay? And what happens is when we become conscious of balancing our lives, we do things in moderation. We realize the word moderation, cooperation, and compromise come into the equation. So it's about you slowing down. It's about you realizing that, I can't have everything right now, but maybe tomorrow I can. I can't get everything done right now, but if I allocate some of that work, or I say I'm going to do this much today, this much tomorrow, this much, and by the end of the week I've got it done, type of thing. So they're telling me that there's something coming up, Aries, that you have been thinking about doing. And right now they're saying, because that moderation came up, you need to wait for the perfect timing. So if there's a situation that you've been contemplating doing and you've been wondering, how am I going to fit this in? How am I going to get this done? Well, this is the card that says you're not going to do it, okay? Because you need to think about the best timing to do this. So wait until you get your life organized a bit more and things slow down a bit for you. You'll be able to do that. So remember, you need to be balanced, okay? And that is spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Now, in the middle of your fourth week, you've been given a water card again, and this is a relationship card again, and this is the Knight of Water. And this is the card that tells me some of you Aries have actually met somebody and you're falling in love. It's beautiful. And you may get a wedding proposal. Some of you I see are getting engaged, and you're planning a beautiful wedding for yourself. There is, again, the need to be balanced, okay? It's like the love card, the lover's card. It's all about being balanced, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, in order to function physically to get things done that you need to do. Now, for others that are not going to be getting married, walking down the matrimonial aisle, or getting engaged and proposed to, you're going to receive an invitation to go to a wedding. Enjoy. At the end of the month of June, Aries, you've been given this oracle card, persistence. So it's all about you putting your head down, okay, and getting the work done that's coming in for the month of June. I do see it as a very busy month for a lot of you Aries out there. And they just said you won't be sitting on your laurels. You won't be sitting, bored at any time. You're going to be busy and active for the month of June. For some of you, you are planning a wedding, and that's going to keep things flowing, quite busy. But I want you to think of that flow, okay? Don't get bent out of shape, and but continue to be persistent, because persistent means not giving up and moving forward on your path as the plans that you have made progress. So, great month, Aries. I hope that you listen to those cards, those messages from my guides and angels to, yes, get the work done, honor your commitments, move forward. You do have deadlines, some of you, but know that you're able to allocate some of those jobs to other people, or you're going to balance yourself enough where you can tweak your schedule so that you get it all done, but you're not killing yourself all at once. I wish you a great remainder to today, Aries, and a wonderful remainder of the month of June. See you again in July, and know that I continue to stand in that circle of light for you, my friend.